You ever come across someone that you just really like everything that they have to say and you're like, yes, I really like this person's values. I like their message. I think they're inspiring people. I'm going to listen to them. I'm going to follow them. Let's see where they go. I'm going to be a supporter. So I feel like that about Brian Johnson, also known as the Liver King, because he has those 9 tenets of ancestral living, so I opened a gym. I opened the first CrossFit gym in Ottawa, and we were the first ones to really push Paleolithic lifestyles. So maybe that's one of the reasons why it just really grabs onto me. But this was like 13 years ago. So when I'm looking at this and he has these 9 tenets, he just packaged everything so nicely. It's a very nice marketing model. I love it. But, he's a get sun, get sleep, eat healthy foods, move a lot, shield, that has to do with electromagnetic frequencies, connect, that has to do with grounding to the earth, cold exposure, fight, and bond, human connection, right? So very nice package. Love everything he has to say. Everything he's done, everything. But what is this guy doing in his last couple posts, or his last post that he did a couple days ago? Because he said something that just blew my mind, and I think it's a mistake, but I have to talk about it because he has over 1 million followers, and I don't like the political ramifications of what he said. So let's dive into this, okay? So there's a video of him he posted on his Instagram a couple days ago, and he's dancing in a circle with a tribe in Africa around a fire. And this is what he wrote. Liver Kings win for the day, taking my place in the circle, singing, dancing, sharing ritual, and embracing community with fellow tribesmen here in Africa. If there's one thing oversold in the modern world, that's the value of individualism. Our traditional peoples do everything together, and they live a happy and vibrant life, despite lacking modern-day privileges. That's saying something. Primal, a good life, a good time, a good day. It's best celebrated with a tribe. So it goes right into one of the tenets right there, which is bond, human connection. We are social beings. There's no question about that. But that doesn't mean that we also don't thrive in solitude. I'm a very introverted person. I like to be in solitude. I like the solitary moments in my life where I can just think and read and explore my thoughts, right? So I think he's making a huge conflation here, and that's the benefit of the doubt that I want to give him, because I don't think he understands that individualism is actually a political concept, an ethical concept. He is conflating solitude, solitary, aloneness, loneliness, alienation, seclusion, ostracism, potentially. So he's conflating these words with individualism. And it's understandable because individual is a person on their own. But we have to be very careful, because what he's promoting is togetherness, community, a tribe, a group, company, those types of things. But by conflating one with individualism, he's actually promoting collectivism. Collectivism, folks. That's the road to socialism, communism, even fascism. They're all collectivist things. They're collectivist political positions. Okay? And that is what he is promoting when he says this. So we have to be very careful, and we have to discuss this. Because any time, if you are saying individualism is oversold, then what you are saying is that collectivism is undersold. So saying that's promoting collectivism. That's saying we need collectivism. And I don't think he's trying to say that. I can't stress that. I really want to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's a smart dude. I agree with 99% of the things he says and his values on lifestyle. So I'm really hoping that he is more of an individualist. But anytime you hear for the greater good, for the common good, right? For society, for the greater good of society. Anytime you hear any of those kind of phrases, what they're really doing is placing that higher than the individual. I, me, myself. Okay? Individualism is an ethical concept. what should we place more value on? The individual or the group? That is really what we are asking ourselves. And individualism says the individual always takes precedence over the group, the collective. Collectivism says the collective always takes precedence over the individual. That's a big thing. That's a dangerous thing. We look at all of the political systems in the world that have committed great democides. That has always been in highly collective societies, hive-minded societies, right? So we really have to explore this, and I really just want to talk about force and reason. Force and reason. Reason is what separates us from other animals, our ability for higher conceptualization. And that ability is also what makes us individuals. An individual is a person who, when you are individuating from the group, as opposed to conforming to the group, when you are individuating, you are consciously making a choice to act against what, the group is doing, the tribe, the collective. That is what's happening when you're doing that. You're using your own volition. You're reasoning, you're thinking for yourself, and you're acting freely. Right? Being able to make choices has to do with freedom. You are acting freely according to your own mind. That is individualism. That is the concept. That is when you say you're an individualist, you are saying, I as a human being have the right to make choices for myself. And when you say the collective, what you're really saying is the collective has the power, the authority to tell you what you can and cannot do with your life, with your private property, with your pursuit of happiness. The collective takes precedence over that. And that is what we have to fight against. And I don't think that he is saying this, because if you think of our ancestors, yes, there are many tribal insanities that happened, insane things that happened, such as, hey, I'm the chief of a tribe and the volcanoes sounds like it's going to erupt. So I'm going to take my virgin daughter and she has to go jump in there. I'm going to sacrifice her, keyword sacrifice, for the group to protect the tribe for the greater good, right? That is what's happening there. And I don't think he's saying that, though. It'd be stupid to say just because a tribe in the past did something, that must be what ancestral living is. I don't believe that. Okay? But we really have to think about this. So he has 1 million people out there listening. Anyone who stumbles upon this video, I really want you to understand that individualism is a political concept. And it is important that we place the individual over the group. And that is only for people who enjoy making choices for themselves. If you don't want to think for yourself, you want to be part of some group that tells you, all the time what to do, what to think, where to work, what to wear, whether or not you can own something, whether or not you can travel, what you have to put in your body, then go for collectivism if you like that. But if you want to embrace volition and reason, your ability to make your own choices, then you're an individualist. And when you take away from one, you add to the other. And that is why I don't think the Liver King was really doing this. I don't think he's a dirty communist. But if he is, Brian, you're jacked and tan and shredded, but I still got like 45, 50 pounds on you, buddy.